welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I posted a video. So I was looking on my channel and I realized that I hadn't posted a video since I completely failed Vlogtober in October, where I tried to post a video every single day, and I got more and more gaps between the days, and then I just completely stopped altogether. So lesson learned, I'll never try that again, because clearly I can't keep up with the schedule. But I just wanted to come on here and recap how this semester went, kind of fill you in on what went on, because you're probably sitting there like, did she drop out of school? Is she alive? What happened? I've also kind of fallen out of the whole social media thing. I don't really post much anymore, and so I'll talk about all that. I just kind of update you on life. First of all, before we get started, I know this lighting is terrible. I'm not like a real YouTuber. I don't have like lights and fancy things. And this room doesn't even have an overhead light. This is literally the only light I have in this room, and it's downpouring rain outside. So if I don't have that light on, it's like dark. And it's like really messy on that side of the room, so I don't want to like turn and face the other way. Not like it's any of your business, but I'm just telling you, ignore the light. It doesn't change what I'm saying to you. You know what I mean? Alright, so this semester I had 6 classes. I had MedChem Pharmacology 2, that was the second semester of that, Pharmacotherapeutics 2, and then the recitation that went along with it. I had PharmD Seminar. I had Management and Patient Safety, and then I had Clinical Pharmacokinetics. So there were 6 classes. And so this semester for me was a big trial in balancing things. So as you guys know, for the first like 2 years of pharmacy school, I didn't work. I really wanted to focus on the transition into pharmacy school and the academics, especially because I wasn't a pharmacy tech before school, so I didn't want to try to learn how to be a tech and try to be learning all the things I needed to learn in pharmacy school. I just thought it would be too overwhelming in the beginning, so I didn't work. In August, I got hired as a pharmacy intern. So I started working end of August, beginning of September as a pharmacy intern at a chain pharmacy. And so I've been working there. I typically worked a day or two a week for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. So I did not work a ton of hours, but it was definitely different from going from not working at all to working in a pharmacy, learning everything you have to do. School does not prepare you for like any of that. So I was kind of frustrated because I'm like, I'm in my 3rd year of pharmacy school and I feel like I know nothing. So that was really frustrating, and I'm still learning. It's December. I've been there for, September, October, 4 months now, and I still don't feel like I know a lot of things, which again, I don't work that often, so it's kind of hard to learn everything when you're only there like 8-10 hours a week, but you know, we'll get into that. So I had my 6 classes. My classes were good. This was a really hard semester though, just based on the content that we had to learn. So I think one of the last videos I posted, I was talking about antibiotics and how hard that was and how I failed that test in my MedChem class. That was really hard for me. That was the hardest topic I think we learned this semester. We also learned like antivirals and HIV drugs. That was tough, but I got through that fine. We learned like anticoagulants and stuff, and that wasn't difficult, but it was just like a lot to remember. But we had some like challenging the biggest thing that was difficult for me this semester was antibiotics, 100%, because it's a lot of memorization, and I just cannot memorize for my life. Like my brain does not work that way. It was really hard for me to memorize like what drugs cover different bugs. So finally during finals, I really like buckled down and tried to focus on creating like little shortcuts and like jokes and stuff to help me remember things, and I ended up getting a 94 on that final. So with a curve, let's be fair. But I ended up with a 94 in that final. So I passed it without the curve. So I was very excited about that because I kind of redeemed myself a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I learned it. Like I didn't master it by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely learned it this semester. So basically that was definitely my hardest class. I would say MedChem, which is weird because usually that's one of my easier classes just because I like chemistry and I usually find it easy. But this semester that was my hardest class for sure. And so at the end of the semester, my grades are probably they are the worst this semester than they have been, but they're not bad by any means. I went into the semester knowing that because I was going to be working, and I'm also training for a marathon, that all my attention wasn't going to be focused on my classes. So there's no way I could study as much and master things as much as I was before. So I kind of went into the semester being like, it's okay if I don't get all A's or, mostly A's. Like, I'm okay with that. I want to pass everything, preferably no C's. And so that was kind of my attitude going into the semester. And I ended up with 3 A's and 3 B's. So, and they were not like low B's. They were good, like high to mid range B's. So, I'm not mad about that. The one class I am a little annoyed with is clinical pharmacokinetics, because I had a 95 in that class all semester. Like, I was sailing through that class. And then we took the final, and okay, let's be honest. Like, I was like, oh, I have a 95. Like, I don't have to do that well on the final to keep my A, right? So I didn't study that much, and ended up dropping my grade down to a B after the final. So that kind of stinks. But again, I passed. I got a B. Like, it's fine. So that's how my classes went. I feel like I learned a ton and I learned nothing at the same time. I feel like there was so much really important content that we learned this semester, and the pace of it was just so fast that I felt like we would just cram information into my head. I would kind of memorize it, spit it out on a test, and move on to the next thing. And I feel like I didn't really master content as well as I wanted to. So that's definitely frustrating. I think studying for the final did help though, because I was able to go back and review concepts that I definitely flew through. But I'm a little nervous going into, I start rotations in like May or June. And so that makes me a little bit nervous because I don't feel prepared for them. But maybe I'm more prepared than I think I am. Maybe I'm just being hard on myself because I did well in the classes, so that should prepare you, right? So yeah, so that's how my classes went. Work is going really well. Again, I only really work a day or two a week. My boss actually had me scheduled a ton during finals, which I was like, why are you doing this to me? I was scheduled like 15, 16 hours for those 2 weeks, which again, I know it's not a lot of hours from, in general, but when you're trying to study for finals, it was hard. But I survived it. I got through it, and it was fine. And I still really love retail. I find that my shift just flies by. Like, I worked a 9-hour shift one day, and I never even took a break or like had lunch or anything. Like, it just flew by. Like, I didn't mind working. I wasn't like counting down. Of course, there's a couple times where you look at your watch and you're like, oh my gosh, like I would really like to leave right now. But I didn't feel like I was in jail and like counting down the hours to leave like I used to when I was teaching. So I think that's a really good sign. And the 2 pharmacists that I work with are so awesome at wanting to teach me things and show me different things that they're doing. And so that's been really awesome. Like, they recognize that I'm in school and that's the job I'm going to be doing is what they're doing. And they're so willing to lead me through things and show me things and explain different situations and why they're doing what they're doing. And so that's been really awesome too. I haven't really had, I've definitely had customers like yell at me and things like that. But I think, a lot of people are like, I don't know why you would want to do retail. Like, people are so rude. They don't respect you, blah, blah, blah. But I'm finding that, for one, killing people with kindness, like, goes so far. And I'm that kind of person where, like, I will kill you with my kindness. And I think my background, too, really helps. So if you're new to my channel, maybe you don't know, I used to be a high school teacher. I taught chemistry. And, you get a really thick skin when you're a teacher, especially high school. You get called every name in the book. I've had parents just screaming at me on the phone. And yeah, like, you get a really thick skin. So I feel like that really prepared me for working in retail. I don't get flustered by people yelling at me. It doesn't bother me. You know, and especially like as long as you're trying to like help them out and get to the root of the issue and solve the problem, you're actively trying to help them, they're usually very appreciative. It's very, I mean, some people just want to yell at you and it's like whatever. But you also have to understand that they're coming to the pharmacy for a reason. They're sick, they don't feel good, they're in pain, whatever it may be. So you also have to have a little bit of understanding for that as well and a little bit of patience. But anyway, long story short, I really like retail. I really don't think that I want to do hospital or a residency whatsoever. And I'm really getting tired of people telling me that I need to, or that it's a shame that I'm not going to. I think that's really rude. I keep having people tell me that, and I'm like, just because my grades are good and I'm a hard worker and things like that, but I'm like, I don't want to. Why would I do something I don't want to do? You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me that I'm choosing the wrong future if I've chosen what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? It just bothers me. Don't say that to people. So there's that. Let's see, what else is going on this semester? Oh, running. If you're at all interested in my running journey, I don't know, like, I know I was talking about that a bunch during Vlogtober. I am still training for my marathon. It is January 27th, so it's coming up. I've run 2 half marathons at the end of November, beginning of December, and those went really well. However, I have found in the last like few weeks, I've definitely lost some steam. I think between working, finals, and training, I'm just exhausted and so burnt out, like beyond burnt out. And I'm definitely noticing that. Like I've been having a lot of injuries, but I'm having a lot of soreness and injuries pop up. So I really want to, on these next few weeks off, like take some TLC, you know what I mean? Stretch, foam roll, like really pay attention to my injuries. My knee's been acting up for months now, but it's been acting up. I got knee braces and that seemed to really help, but it still likes to flare up. I'm having like pain in my left foot, which is new. That just popped up the last couple of runs, so that's annoying. Yesterday I went for a run and my right ankle started to hurt, so I had to walk like 4 miles back to my house, so that was annoying. So there's little things here and there. But I think that if I really give it the rest and ice and attention that I need to give it, which I've been neglecting because of school and work, that hopefully I'll be okay. And I definitely feel like conditioned to get through the marathon. I'm up to 16 miles. It was my most recent longest run. This weekend I have to do 18 miles. And pretty soon I'll be up to 20, and then I'll be tapering. So we're getting there. Anyways, I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to update you guys on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing else has really been going on. It's been literally just school, working and running, and that's all that's really been going on. I don't really want to post any advice on how I studied this semester because this semester was a lot of survival for me. It was not great study strategies. I didn't do great in my classes, and I feel like I don't want to give you tips that I didn't do or things that I don't know if they work or not because I didn't do them. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really want to post any study tips this semester because I really struggled to just get through and make it to the end of the semester. Hopefully next semester will be better. I don't know. Content-wise, it seems like it might be a little easier, but I have no idea. You never know till you get in there, you know. So we have just started ranking rotations for my 4th year. So if you don't really know how pharmacy school works, the first 3 years are bookwork, like your didactic classes, learning stuff, and your 4th year is rotations in different healthcare settings. So at my school, we have, I believe it's 6-week rotations, so they're actually pretty long, but we have to do rotations in specific settings. So I have to do like a community and a hospital, and then there's like 2 electives, and then one's ambulatory care, and one is inpatient, like acute care, I guess. Shows how prepared I am for rotations. But yeah, so I'm definitely planning on ranking as many community geared rotations as possible because I'm pretty sure that's what I do, and I want to make connections and get ins with especially with my chain that I'm already working at, so that hopefully when I graduate I can just start working there. Yeah, so that's already happening. I cannot believe we're already getting to rotations. Like, I have only one more semester of book work and then I'm going to be on rotations. Like, that is just insane to even think about. So I'll have one more semester and then I'll be going down to my school for, I believe, a week for our summer session where we do like our OSCEs and we do patient encounters and things that we can't do at home. And then I'll be starting rotations. So, woot! I graduate in like a year and a half. Like, that's awesome. Can you believe that? Like, it's going by so quickly, but so slowly at the same time. Like, I'm like done. Like, I'm mentally done. I'm ready to graduate, get a house, and have babies. But I just gotta persevere another year and a half and then I can do what I want. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling. If you guys, as always, have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments, email me, message me on social media. I do not have a Twitter anymore. I have an Instagram, I have a Snapchat, which I never post on Snapchat at all, but I have it just in case y'all have it and you want to message me on there. I really distanced myself from social media. I just feel like it annoys me more than anything. So why would I purposefully like annoy myself? Yeah, so I've definitely distanced myself. But if you message me, I try to message you back as quickly as I can. And again, email me as well. That's not always an option. If you have any videos that you want me to film while I'm on break, definitely let me know and I'll get those done for you as well. And I hope you guys had a really great semester. Hopefully it went better than mine, because mine felt like a mess the entire time. I felt like I was just like trying to pick up the pieces all semester. So I hope you guys had a really great semester, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hopefully I post a video before the New Year, but just in case I don't, have a great New Year, and we'll have a great next semester. I will see you in my next video.